I'm Harriet Yashek here with Rebecca Hall, the CEO and founder of Botanic Lab. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Harriet.
How does it feel to have won Best Health and Wellness Drink at the World Food Innovation Awards?
Oh, the team are really delighted to have won the award, and it's great recognition of the work that we've done over the past year to bring out what is a really groundbreaking product into the market.
How will this win benefit Botanic Lab?
Well, we hope it will bring more awareness to both the product, but also the growing industry around CBD and CBD products. There's a lot of complication and complexity around the industry, so we hope by bringing that into prominence and also showing the product to a very credible audience that it will help us to build interest and awareness around it.
Can you detail a little more about the story behind your Cannabidiol drink line?
Yeah, of course. I mean, Botanic Lab as a business has created many different first-to-market functional botanical drinks. And as the awareness around CBD and cannabis has grown over the last few years, we've been very interested in how we can incorporate that into our drinks, because functional plants are really at the core of what we do. So I was very keen that we led the market in this here in the UK and Europe. And we've spent probably the last 2 years investigating both how we can incorporate this into a drink, what type of drink we should incorporate it into, how the market might receive that, and also how that kind of product should be marketed. And the result is what we've put forward in the last 9 months, and it's won this award, which is great recognition for that.
Could you describe the sort of consumer who's buying cannabidiol beverages?
Interestingly, the type of consumer is very broad and much broader than our core consumer generally has been. Our core consumer has generally been the 20 to 45-year-old interested in health and well-being. The market for CBD and cannabidiol seems to be much larger, partly because I think there is a recognition in an older generation where they have experience of their peers using CBD for health and wellness purposes in different forms, whether that be an oil form or capsule form. But also there's huge interest in cannabis and CBD in a younger generation as well, for cultural reasons as well as health and wellness reasons. So it really is a far-reaching product. And we're finding from a commercial point of view that the type of consumer, but also the type of wholesale customer that we're appealing to is very broad.
What were the obstacles you faced in bringing this beverage to market?
I mean, there are many, many obstacles for this beverage, and there still are. The legal and the regulatory landscape is complex and changing rapidly. So there is a need to stay on top of that and to be kind of at the front of the discussions around that, because a lot of the regulation in the market is being formed as we go, and we are a part of that process. There are also lots of challenges from a perception point of view, because cannabis, which is the plant from which CBD is derived, is a very emotive subject, and it's lots of people have their own views on it that are informed by history, by culture, by research. So there are already lots of views about this ingredient, which in some ways is positive because it means that there's lots of interest in what we're doing. In some ways it can be negative because there's always already a perception about something before the consumer has even tried it or seen it.
Moving towards your botanical beverages in general, why are consumers reaching more for these now?
I think in general in food and drink, consumers have moved along from the place where they are just consuming to either get rid of hunger or get rid of thirst. The whole process of consuming food and drink is now much more complex, where consumers want to know where their product has come from, why they're consuming it, what it's going to do for them. Is it going to have an impact on them positively or negatively? Is it going to have an impact on the environment positively or negatively? So all of those things come together to create a demand for a consumer for much more complex products. And I think with drinks, the reason drinks are kind of at the forefront of those developments is it's a very quick and easy way for consumers to get access to these really interesting ingredients and consume them quickly and at a reasonable cost as well. So, and it doesn't also require any kind of skill or preparation in order to consume them. So I think that's why drinks are at the front of these sort of developments and innovations in food and drink at the moment.
And finally, Rebecca, circling back What was your motivation for entering the World Food Innovation Awards?
I think as a business, we're really proud of what we've done in all of our products, but particularly in the innovation around our CBD drink. We're keen that gets as broad an audience as possible, and this is a great platform for showing that product to the UK and beyond, and also making people aware so that when they go into their supermarket and they see it on their shelf, that it's something that they can really get behind.
Congratulations again, and thank you for joining me.